all about shoes. Today is all about shoes in driving. I've called most of my shoes to a meeting, and the reason is I've actually noticed something peculiar with some of my shoes, and I wanted to really understand why. Um, I have different type of shoes, and I mostly use a few for driving because obviously this one is a bit uncomfortable for driving, so I rarely use it. And then the shoes that I use quite often are this one, this particular pair. I've used this pair. I've used it. I've also used this pair for driving, and I've used this particular one and this. This is what I'm using currently. And there's something I'm going to show you right now that I've just noticed with these shoes. Some of them actually, and then I've already drawn a conclusion. So stay around to know the conclusion about what I'm talking about today. Now, let me show you something that I've noticed with some of these shoes. One of the shoes, and this is actually the right shoe. I noticed this. Hope you can be able to see. There's some tear. Just between the heel. Yeah, this is what I've noticed. There's actually some tear going on the right shoe. If I compare with the left shoe is quite not so damaged. Okay, you can actually see the two shoes. The right one is a bit ruined more. That is mostly the heel. Okay, and the left one, not so much. And then this is another type of shoe. Look at the right shoe. You can be able to notice right here. Okay, just focus here. You can be able to see it's a bit ruined. Yeah, just slightly before you get to the heel. And then look at the left shoe. The left shoe is quite okay and intact. These are the two shoes. You can be able to see. The right one is quite ruined. The left one is still intact. This right here is the right shoe. Okay, you can see it also has a mark. It's ruined. And this is the left shoe. The left shoe is quite intact. Looks okay. Okay, you compare the two shoes, you can see the right one has a dent. Okay, and if I put all the shoes here, you can actually be able to see the right one. The right one is more ruined than the left one. Okay, you can be able to see they all have a mark. The left shoe is quite intact. You know, after some research, I found out that these shoes have actually been damaged in the process of driving. And I use an automatic car, and you realize you drive mostly with your right leg. And while using the right leg, you know the way you swing your heel between the accelerator and the brakes. So that action, that friction over time actually ruins the shoe. And one thing I also discovered is not all the shoes have been ruined. Because I have different type of shoes. And the shoes that you can see here that are ruined are the shoes that are made. They are actually not of leather. They're just made of other synthetic materials. They're made of synthetic materials. It's not leather. That's why you find them ruined like this. Because I have these other pairs I'm going to show you right now. I've used this pair of shoes quite a lot in driving, and this is actually a shoe that I use. It's, like if I want to really walk for long distances, that's why it's looking like this. It's actually been overused, and it's not really leather, but you can actually see the damage is not as extensive as the other shoes. I've also used this other shoe. This is actually almost pure leather, and you can see both the shoes are quite intact and they are okay. I haven't used them for quite a very long time, but they just look okay, including the heel is a bit handy to withstand that friction. I've also used the sport shoe, quite a lot. And you can see, it's just intact, it's okay. But I think there's a slight friction right here. Yeah, because of driving. And of course, that pair that is standing right there, that I don't use it quite for driving, but I'll tell you it's used later on. Yeah, so this is a conclusion. Actually, I've realized that when you're driving, make sure you use a shoe that is pure leather, or a shoe that can withstand that friction, a shoe that will not be ruined by the friction. Yeah, so invest in a good leather shoe that you can just be using for everyday driving, so that it just protect your nice shoes. You can actually have two pairs in your car. So when you get out of the car, you can be able to change and wear the other slick shoe that you want to use. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to share with you. Just make sure you use the right shoe for driving. And we'll also talk about the grip, because, it's not comfortable driving in these open shoes. Yeah, so that is a topic that I'll use for another day. Yeah, but thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. And thank you for staying around.